Hail brothers and sisters, my name is Captain Meatshield and welcome back to Bobs and Angels Factorio, where I am being a sneaky son of a bitch. Fuck those bugs. Right. I just wanted to clear this lot out because I think the pollution might hit them fairly soon. Either way, they have now been dealt with. Ones down to the south, however, might continue to be an issue. But either way, it's time for us to do stuff. I'm not entirely sure what I want to be doing in this episode. As is often the case when I start up an episode of Factorio, I'm not entirely sure what I want to be doing. But we'll find something. But I do have a car now. I can drive around a little bit quicker. I can get around a little bit quicker and not have to rely on the trains quite so much. And what's going on here? Why are we out of iron? Oh yeah, we're out of sapphirite, aren't we? That is a big problem. There's only... Ooh, ow. There's only two ways we're going to go about fixing that. One is... What's with that weird power line? That is a bit odd. One will be getting a new sapphirite deposit, of which I still haven't seen any. We're still scanning out over this way by the natural gas site. The only other way that... Oh, actually, there's sapphirite over there with 2 million in it. That could be good. The only other way that we get new sources of sapphirite will be to send sulfuric acid over to this so that we can start pumping that back out of the ground again. And at the moment, the Petrochem is really not equipped for providing enough stuff for all of that kind of production. We are infusing an awful lot of natural gas into the system, but the sheer scale of this at the moment is just not enough for what we need to be doing. Yeah, like these belts are still running dry. We're, I think, building up a backlog of all of the different things that's using plastic, like batteries, and batteries are still not quite backed up. Do I want to try and do an overboard, an overloaded build for the Petrochem stuff? I don't know. I really don't know how I want to tackle things from here. Let's have a look at the research. Let's see what we can do with things from here. Right, so the next science pack is the production science pack. That requires 1 electric mining drill and 1 electric furnace every 14 seconds and produces 2. That's not too bad. When we get to the advanced electronics one, that's when things start getting a little more tricky, a little more intense. And then logistics is, yeah, it's the advanced electronics one, the high-tech science pack is really going to open up a load of new technologies. There's loads of stuff on this list. I don't know, part of me really wants to try and optimize the science, or the Petrochem stuff. I really want to try doing that. I'm not sure how effective I'm going to be with it. But it could be worth a shot. So what I might do, I might try and get the resources together to make as much stuff as possible. I'm going to need to figure out what things I'm going to need. So let's get a assembling machine, and we will look at the recipes for what we want to make. So plastic bars, they make 4 every 2 seconds. So how much of that how many of these do we need to be able to fill a yellow belt? That's going to be 4 machines, I think. So if If these machines were running at full speed, this belt would be full. That's a mildly sobering thought. It means that I don't have to worry about quite so much stuff. Okay. Okay. This has just taken me the last 10 minutes, I reckon. I've been having to run some numbers and figure out how many machines I need to maximize the amount of plastic that I'm going to be getting. And these are the machines, these are the numbers. All of these little stone brick pegs. So 4 of these machines will fill a yellow belt. That means I need 4 machines, and I need, I think that's 16 of these feeding that. I need 8 to feed this one. That's 18, 20 to feed this. Then we get up to ridiculous numbers like 36, 45, and then whatever this one is. So it's 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 25 of the oil and gas separators. This is going to be a lot of stuff that I'm going to need to try and cobble together and actually get enough supplies of. So I'm going to put a chest down in front of each of these. The assembling machines I don't have to worry about. Actually, I'm going to leave that there so that I know the numbers. I'm not going to cock all this stuff up for myself. That's going to be a silly idea. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hope that this system, this method of doing things, while it might take me the rest of this episode to actually cobble all of the supplies together and actually get things up and running, it does mean that we might be able to get things underway by the time the episode ends, I suppose. Like, I'd rather not be spending the entire episode running around, like, just trying to get resources for everything. But it's kind of the position I've just put myself in, because I've just sat here and gone, oh, I've got this really great idea, I'm going to do this. So, apparently I'm doing this. Right, I'm just going to make sure that I've got materials on me for making stuff. Why have I got wooden boards? Why have I got those on me? That's just silly. But give me a moment to just craft a load of things, and then we're going to get on with finding a location that we can go and build all of this stuff. So I'm going to be running around like a blue-ass fly, just trying to build things at the moment. So, advanced chemical plants. How do I make those? Chemical plants. Done. Right, now I need 8, and hang on, this is going to be an easy way of dealing with it. 28 of these steam crackers. Fucking marvellous, I've got all the materials necessary, even though I am crafting a ton of pipes. That's fine. I'll let it slide. I still have this odd number of underground belts. Why is this? If anybody's noticed where I've left that line around, do let me know, because I've got no idea. Oh, I just had a thought of one thing I could be doing while waiting for things to craft and handcrafting loads of stuff that I should really have automated at this point. I'm going to get the automation of more automation machines up and running. This can now... Can you? Apparently you can't. Do I need to... Have I not researched the next crafting machine, assembling machine? Automation 3. There, that's the one that I'm looking for. And you need a supply of steel. That is steel, isn't it? Yeah. Was it that was... Yeah, that is steel, because it's just gone into the steel gear machine. I need to put the other types of circuits on the far side of this. That's what I need to do. There we go. Right, yeah, now you're just missing the electronic circuit boards, so let's go and plug those in. And that would be these guys. So not only do you need to go there, you need to come along this way, please. Thank you very much. Do follow me. Fantastic. Well, that's a little bit of stuff to tide us over. I've also been having to wait for this chest of iron pipes to refill. But hey, we've given the factory something to do. And that's the important thing, isn't it? I think it's the important thing. It's not like the factory's not got enough to do already. Right, that's 8 steam crackers for this lot. Then we need whatever's left to go in there, and then how many gas refineries do I need? 81 gas refineries. Oh, this is gonna hurt. At the very least, I'm upgrading this one in order to make more. And I should probably put down another chest. I've got to wait for all of these bloody gas refineries to make now. But all of the steam crackers have finished crafting. So, steam crackers, in you go. That should be 20, 12, 15, 18, 20. Yes. Okay, good. There we go. That's a little bit more production underway. Good. Speaking of which, let's get more gas refineries. I've got 17 so far. I'm going to be here a while. Right, well, the first batch of gas refineries have been produced. Eesh, this is a lot of work. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start blueprinting various things that I need. So we've got a 1 to 4 ratio on these from this to this. So I can probably play around with that a little bit and just see what I come up with. So you're going to have that. We'll spin you around this way. And then we need 4 of these per one of you. Now, with there only being 1 input, 1 output, we can just cram them together like this, which is nice. I'm wondering whether or not I want to go with things in this fashion, but it certainly seems to be the way that I'm trying it. Okay. That should work fairly well for this little section of things. Ugh. And then, yeah, we'll just have a belt going in whatever direction with inserters taking the plastic out. Right. Well, that's the first bit of that done. Let's see if there's been more pipes made. Not bad. We're getting there. Slowly but surely. Right, then after all of this lot, we need 8 of these. That's fine. That's not a huge bother, but you do have 2 outputs. So we're going to want a little bit of space between us and the start of, or between the connections. I might put a little bit of a gap between the pipes and everything as well, just so we can have a little bit of space to run down. I know we got the squeak through mod on, but having additional space is perfectly fine. This isn't a map of infinite size. Well, let's figure out where this lot are going to connect up first. Let's connect these together, because this is going to be the propene, I think it is, that gets turned into the liquid plastic. So which end is propene going to be coming from? That will be coming out this pipe here. Right, there we go. That's got all that sort of stuff in place. Those pipes should all be fine. Fantastic. The only thing that will be an issue is if I plan to completely flip the blueprint over, because that will change the direction each of these pipes outputs its outputs. Yeah, but then for this, I haven't got enough space to keep building this stuff, so I'm just going to blueprint what I have so far. Get rid of that chest. And we'll say This is propane to plastic. Well, I'm going to save that and tear up what I've built so far. We've got a good start on this. And I've only got 19 of the 45 gas refineries that I need. Oh, I'm going to be here a while. So that's going to get me close. And then I need to worry about the gas and oil and gas separators. And then we can probably go and pick a location for this build. I'm half tempted to make it above the natural gas reserves. Like, maybe stick it in between Sapphirite 1 and natural gas, but I also don't quite know how big this is going to end up being. It could be fairly monstrous. And I also really need to put a radar down at the end of the bus, because I haven't done that, and that would be a wise idea. So give me a second, I'm going to go and do that. Lovely. Okay, now we can keep an eye out on things over this way. I've still not seen a source of Javolite, or Jivolite, however you pronounce it. I don't know if the emphasis is on the J or the O. Because I've heard different people on YouTube saying different things when they've been playing Bob's mods. Or Bob's and Angels. People have different pronunciations for various different things that you've only seen in text form. 45, 45, and 36 there, and then I just need... What's the remainder on this? 25 oil and gas separators. We are close to having what we need for this build. Then all we got to do is finish designing it and figure out where we want to put it. Ooh, I have just noticed that our iron lines are starting to run low. I think if I am going about setting this stuff up, it's probably going to work out pretty well for, you know, if I'm going to be able to get a decent amount of sulfuric acid production. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4. And there we go, that's all we need. We've got everything. All we need is just another load of pipes to be able to pump everything around. There we go. 25 of those to feed into 45 of these, to feed into 36 of these, to feed into 20 of these, to feed into 8 of those, to feed into 16 of these, to feed into 4 of these, and we get a full belt of plastic, and whatever's left over we can do other things with. Oh my word, this is going to be a lot. Let me just bring the car round. Don't smash into any of those chests, because if you do that, I am going to kill you. Right. I am going to load all of this stuff. Yeah, we'll take all of these machines. And I'm going to load them all into the car. And yeah, we'll just drop 4 of those in there. And I'm going to swap this with that. And we're going to dump this into the machine that goes ding, I guess. What have you run out of? Why are you no longer producing? Oh, you've not got long reach on some of your inserters. There we go. And neither do you. There we go. Right, I was wondering why I wasn't getting any production there. How strange. That's going to clear my iron belts out even more, though. It'll be fine. We'll reinvigorate the system at some point. I just want a full stack, or full 2 stacks of these for my own personal use. And for the inevitable, like, beefing up of the entire system. You know what, just give me 1 stack. I'll drop the rest back in. But okay, let's... Actually, I should load the car up with pipes and pumps and all the other things that are going to be needed for this as well. Have I got any pumps in here? I don't think I do. I've got engines, which means I can make pumps. Why do I keep going to the map? I don't need that. Thank you. Let's just make 10 pumps for now. And there we go. Right, that unfortunately does wrap this episode up. It's a bit of a pathetic one, to be honest. But considering we're... like, my plan from here is to take this supply of stuff and find a good location to set up essentially a big chemical works that will it will be a replacement for everything that we've got going on here. We're not only going to scale up this production, but we're going to scale up all of the stuff that's going on here, and we're going to have like a fluid depot like this, but far more impressive, and we'll use that for bringing in fluids, and we'll have like another train that can come in bringing in plastic for the bus as well, just to get things in the right places at decent rates. And hopefully if we can scale up the sulfuric acid production enough, we'll be able to start pumping the we'll be able to start mining the infinite sapphirite that we've got over in Sapphirite 1 before having to go and grab this deposit over here, because that means more expansion, and not to mention there's more infinite yield stuff over there as well. So yeah, we've got a lot of work ahead of us, as always. Not as much got done with this episode as I was expecting, and to be honest, I came in with no idea of what I wanted to do with the episode, so I think going forward into the next episode with a solid plan of what I want to do, which is set up a Petrochem refinery station, I think that is a good first step, or a good step going forward. All I've got to do is pick a location, because I am a picky little bastard. There's more sapphire up there. Who'd have thunk it? But yes, I am going to wrap this episode up here and just say thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, check out the playlists on the channel for more Let's Plays or metal covers, and give this video a like or a comment just to leave your thoughts. And if you wish to join the ever-growing ranks of the Order of the Shield, subscribe on YouTube, chuck me a follow over on Twitch, or maybe even consider checking out my Patreon and becoming an officer within the ranks. But thank you again for watching this video, and I will catch you all very, very soon. This is Captain Meatshield, signing off. Oh, the button don't work anymore. Why does the button not work? Oh god, hello. Jesus. Frosty the Snowman's here to fight.